What's up, my friend? How we doing? Alright, I'm with the gentleman Mike. I was telling you about, so he's going to talk to you and evaluate the business, and we'll see what we can do.
Alright, cool. Nice to meet you, Mike.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Awesome. Where are you based out of? So you're Long Island. Right.
Yes, sir.
And can you, if I don't really know too much, can you give me a little info? You mind giving me a little backstory on the biz?
Sure. Started in 2021 and started off just doing photo booths, and then gradually grew up to offering more services. And then about last year and more towards this year, I rebranded going straight to photo booths because I'm not subbing out the work then for other services and just doing what works and what makes money versus trying to add new things in that don't work.
That makes a lot of sense.
So I do. Let me just pull my numbers so I have it for my
So when you say photo booths, you install, what do you do with photo booths, just so I know?
Sure. So the photo booths are used for mobile parties. It's a mobile business. We do weddings, a lot of corporate events, schools, things like that. It's basically mobile entertainment.
Nice, I like that. Got it.
Mobile entertainment, very low overhead. My only expenses every month, I had a personal work van just on the getting rid of it, but not really business expense then, is my insurance. It's $70 a month to keep the business running. That's it.
You don't have any employees?
So any employees that I do have will work on as far as helping me out if I have, let's say, we did an event where we had 8 photo booths go out in a day. I'll bring in other people or hire out other companies if I need the staff for the day, but no one on a regular schedule. It's just me going to all events as much as I can.
Got it. And how many events, do you know how many events you do a year or a month?
Yeah, so last year, 2024, I separate the events based on how we get them. So through representing my company, us going there, us being the name of it, was 89 events. And into that is the events that we do for other companies, which is we get subbed out to go in as that. That's included in the revenue, but I don't have that exact number. And then also the events that we get through our house vendors. So we do a lot of work with the winery, so that's not added in there because we're not booking them as a legit client. They're hiring us for that day to go in there, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And how many booths do you have total, would you say?
Yeah, so right now, just 1, 2, 3, 5. I think I'm standing up 5 right now. I've been trying to downsize a little bit by little just because of things that don't go out every day, or at least go out at the same time as other events. So there's 2 duplicates of a booth, and then all the other ones are different from each other. So we have a 360 photo booth, we have an overhead 360 photo booth, and 3 additional other units.
Got it. And what are the price points per booths, would you say?
I would say typically about 5,000.
5,000?
Give or take. Maybe a little bit more. Some of them are a little bit cheaper, some are a little bit more. Depending on what's actually included with the booth, because a lot of the stuff is, the best way to describe it is like a standing kiosk, and then you add the printers into it. So I only have 2 printers right now, so the printer can make that stuff be used on multiple booths.
Got it. And how steady is the business? Have you been doing 89, 90?
So 2023, I did 82 events. Just go with the last 2 years. I did 82. We're going to go with the same thing as, not including those additional for other companies. 82 in my name. I did 172 that year, so that one was a little bit better of a year. And then 2024, I did 143 at 89 calculated events. I decided to not do as much work for other people and do more. It really ended up coming out to less events total for me without doing the work for other companies. So I was doing more bigger weddings, trying to do a little bit more corporate things. Even let's just say last week I did an event. It was a 2-day event that was 3,000 versus trying to fight for 4 smaller parties to make up for that.
How do you work smarter?
Definitely a lot of corporate we try to push for. I've actually helped a few kids. I mentor a few kids that do photo booths, and one kid in Florida, Miami, just now. Last night we were on the phone. He just booked his first $17,000 event. So there's some money. There's some money, but luckily for me, I'm the sole owner, so I don't have to worry about paying anyone out. And staffing, I basically do everything myself.
So what's your goal? Are you looking to sell? Are you looking to partner with someone? What's your ideal situation?
So I was discussing with a gentleman that has purchased about 5 or 6 focus companies. He buys them so he can expand out his current market. He was looking to just purchase my name, no equipment. He didn't really care because he has the equipment. He was looking at my name, my bookings, etc. And honestly, I'm okay with letting everything go. If somebody wants to come in and partner, sure, I would actually even be open to doing that as well. So I'm open with everything. Everything comes down to a number with this. I put the years in. I'm kind of ready for the next thing. I'm in the process with a few different police agencies, so possibly could end up doing that. So it really comes down to whatever. I'm open to everything.
Be the right fit, the right number. So you would say in 24, what do you do, around 450 a year revenue?
2024,
Yeah.
I did 143.
143. So 89 total booths. 89 total booths were in 2024.
So minus it, not counting any other work that I did for other companies. So I did some bigger jobs for a few other companies, and I did some house vendor work as well.
Got it. And what can you? Okay, so 143 is what you show. I'm sure there's a little cash as well.
Well, 143, so just because, unfortunately, my account doesn't like it, but I do commingle because I'm a sole proprietorship, so everything does, depending on however they pay me, the clients, if it's Venmo, Zelle, or Square, it's a mix if they're going into my business account, or if it's going to my personal. A lot of it goes into, I had into electronic deposits into my personal account was 131 last year, and my business was 11,800, and that's pretty much just checks that go into the business.
Got it. And would you say there's any cash on top of that?
No, so cash, if it's not so much, I do a lot of everything I pretty much do is through payments. Basically, we take a 50% deposit, so that's why also the numbers are a little bit different too, because we take a 50% deposit, so whenever that event was booked, we'll go towards that year income versus the following year when only, let's say I booked an event 2024, for 2025, I'm getting that 50% that time of booking, and then the other 50% remaining when that event happens a week prior. So that's why the numbers aren't so much per event. It kind of goes off all
the structures. So you put 500 in for 24. Say it's $1,000 event. You put 500. You put a deposit in for 24. Then when you do it next year, you collect the rest.
Correct. Yep. Exactly. So that's what keeps the business afloat. Unfortunately, this business is not an easier business to sell because it's not a constant cash flow. You're basically buying the name and hopefully and the reputation of the company versus having retainer clients or people on a monthly service. This is completely different because you're hoping that people are going to keep booking. It's a very last minute business, I would say. Most clients are booking probably in the 1 to 3 month range. We do have people that do book a year in advance, but
it's a tough one because there's a lot of he doesn't have like current revenue. It's all like him. The business is him. But let's see what we can do over here.
Kind of more scarier one, but the numbers. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people don't have money right now. So the numbers are a little bit down from this year, I would say. And that's through the whole industry. I've spoken with everybody.
There's always, if you're willing to give a good structure on a deal, there's always a way to get a deal done. On this type of deal, I feel like the business I'm working for you, so I'm just speaking very openly. I feel like the business definitely relies on you a lot because it's your relationships, right? Of course. So the only way to really structure here where we can work on it is we find you a strategic partner, come up with the price, and it's got to be contingent upon performance a little bit. If there's got to be some type of structure in place, because I don't think anyone's going to give you, my opinion, just doing this, I don't think anyone's going to give you an all cash deal, basically with just your relationships. Like you said, they're going to have to buy the name. What's the name worth? That's the question. But if you don't mind, if you could send me or send JP over, what's the name of the business?
Miles per hour.
Miles per hour. And then your relationships, do you have any contracts or is it just basically handshakes and just people?
So as far as clients that are booking?
Yes.
No, they're finding us. A lot of it's through a quick Google search are finding us, and it is referrals. Like I said, no one's on contracts. We did lose our house account. They went out of business. That was another place, and we did some work there, but nothing too crazy as far as what's on. Like, we get relationships with like people continue to use us. Just did like 4th year in a row doing some events.
Oh, that's good.
They book us every single year.
And that's worth something.
Yeah.
What kind of revenue is for that?
Some of them are a little bit smaller, like we do an event for Bank of America every year. It's only like $12, $14 event, but we're on the 4th year that they booked us, so some of these relationships are good. I would say we probably do about 20-something
Well, it's just small first.
Let's say a round of, we do a few real estate events each year we do for
It's always good to say no.
that we do.
Yeah, because there's so many deals.
Every couple months we'll do an event for them.
So,
A lot of people trust our relationship. We have a really strong relationship. Weddings also, I've trained staff, even for myself. We're doing a wedding and pretty much getting one wedding out of it. So numbers are strong as far as that, but yeah, it is a hard sell. It's not a 2 times multiple or something like that you get for a business like this. It's telling the name, and of course the name's got to mean something.
the brand. How's your social media? You have a follow?
4,000 following. Reviews is huge. That's the other thing. We pay for 0 ads, so everything is does it itself.
Google reviews are great.
Everything.
They're great, amazing Google reviews.
Yeah, reviews is what brings us in. Our website ranks #1 on certain things, so people search up colored photo booths. That's something we offer. That's like $5,000 available service. We rank #1 on Long Island. I think maybe in New York for that even. So like our rankings, our website is completely optimized. I've done all that, but yeah, those Google mean that's what people buy. It's very hard to get Google reviews. We'll do. That's a couple hundred events we've only got. Hundreds. They're definitely difficult, but they mean something as far as people are putting time into leaving paragraphs and things like that. It's a huge word of mouth business. It's not much different than I would say maybe like a nail or something like that. Someone that does freelance work or anything.
Yeah, no, I mean, impressive. Definitely website, social media. Just honestly, because we work on so many different things. If I just go out there and I have about 400,000 followers on Instagram. If I can go out there and just post it, 79, 89,000, just trying to get you as much as, like, what do you want in your book?
So, I mean, realistically, if somebody wants to come in and they want to buy the equipment with it, and then it also comes down to, is there going to be a non-compete with that, or it'll come down to the individual deal. I talked to the one guy. If he didn't just buy another business, he would have bought me for 75 grand cash. No equipment would have paid. Realistically, I had something like that without equipment. If it's with equipment, I would say maybe around 100 grand, maybe a little bit more. I think that's a good number. This is good business. I would like to have maybe someone younger, a kid that has family or money even, I can mentor somebody and they can take over, and maybe their family.
You do a partnership for 100 grand? Like, if you stay on, maybe the way to structure it is, 100 grand, you get 50%. Right now you give 25 to 50,000 down, and then you can basically take them on for a wedding season or whatever the season is. Create creative stuff like that, because to me that's something.
The only thing I don't want to do is be on a commission structure with, as far as my compensation for their partnership being commission or something like that. As far as if I'm going to sell percentage of it, they're going to have to. It's not going to be based on their performance or the company's performance, because they can demolish the business by doing that. I don't want them to ruin my reputation and come in and I have that mess for, what I mean, and trying to fight back commission.
Okay.
So if someone wants to do something as far as a clean cut, they want to be in on it, as we make money, they make money. I'm open to that. I think that's something that, even having somebody to come in and work full time, this business be a lot bigger than it is. To be honest, I don't put enough time into it, and I should, but I kind of have autopilot. I don't need to pay someone out, so that's why I'm comfortable with this. If you want to start running ads and doing real social media, things like that, definitely can make way more money. Or I can cheapen my pricing and do a lot more volume. Also.
Okay.
There's a structure. I'm to anything, honestly.
All right, let me speak to JP. We definitely want to help you and try to get you the best amount of money possible. Let me think about the best, just a couple, so we'll revert back to you if that's okay.
Anything you need from me?
It was really nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you. Is there anything you need from me?
I think structure first. I know the numbers. If we can align in structure, then we would need to come up with an agreement between us.
Sure, no problem.
But we'll definitely be in touch. Just kind of brainstorm a little bit.
All right, awesome. It was nice meeting you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, see you later, David.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
All right.